Yes, hello everybody. This is Ray from Ray's United, and I'm back. I've just come back from a live show, which I believe you loved. Spoke about a few things, but this one is for those of you who weren't there on the live show, and it is Pi Today. Obviously, Elon Musk's birthday. I had my birthday 10 days ago. It was a great birthday, and thank you all for the birthday wishes on the 18th of June. Really appreciated it. But today is Pi 2 days, a special day. It's sort of like a Pi Day 2.0 sort of thing. That's why we call it Pi Today. It's also the day that we normally make some sort of huge announcements, just like Pi Day, or announcements that were not in time for Pi Day will be here on Pi Today. So obviously what's been happening, what do I know? I'm going to obviously let you know precisely what I know, what's been happening, and what could happen on Pi Day, and so on. But hey, smash the like button where you're at. Smash the subscriber button, become a member. Let's put this channel grow. Let's get to 50K in no time. And when I come back, it's on. All right, so the Pi Today message to all pioneers. I'm going to give you that message in the next few seconds. But before that, obviously, there is this money earning thing that's been going on. Go watch the video. I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm done doing those type of adverts. So if you want to do it, go check the video. I will probably be right here, right on the screen somewhere. It will pop out somewhere there. So if it pops up after the thing, you can watch it. All right. Cool. So for now, let's just do this. Or if it doesn't pop out there, the link will be somewhere not in the description, but somewhere. And you can also join, obviously, using my link. Anyway, let's do this. So my message, or the Pi Today message to all pioneers. First of all, let's bring ourselves to what's been happening. So obviously on the 20th of February, Pi Network, or Pi, launched on exchanges. These exchanges were meant to have KYBs, know your businesses, or know your business. And the ones that did have are Pionex, OKX, Gate.io, BitGet, and MEXC. Now, others were intended to have them, including Binance, but unfortunately, with that in that process, I don't think they've seen that before, or they being as big as they are, which is Binance. They thought, they were going to just have a free reign, and Pi Network would just say, yeah, just since you're the biggest and the most secure, or apparently most secure exchange, we would love to just give you free reign. You just pass KYB, and pioneers would just say no. They're just like any other pioneer. So I think I support the Pi core team in that sense. On the other hand, I think maybe they should sit down and have discussions, because we had that problem with the other exchange, which Bybit, which had problems obviously with the KYB, and eventually they accused Pi Network of some things, which I'm not ready to delve into, because today is Pi Today if you're watching the video on that day. If you're watching it after, then belated Pi Today to you. So obviously that's what we've come to know in terms of exchanges and that. And then, of course, the price surged to nearly $3, just 1 cent away from $3. And then it slowly dipped to where it is right now. Some people gained during that time. I being one of them. When I say gained, I mean, I was able to exchange Pi for some USDT at 2.5 USD. That was good price looking back. And, that was good. It helped me a lot. And so that's why I would always advise pioneers at this moment, try not to get sucked into the hype, the hyperbole. Once you get sucked into that, it's going to be a problem for you. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to get sucked into that, because the potential of Pi is high. So I will tell you that the advice I will give, if you have money, buy Pi on the KYB exchanges that I just said earlier. If you don't have money and you have your Pi after it's been migrated, please keep it there. If you don't feel safe in your wallet, transfer it to your exchange. All right. But if you feel like you haven't done anything to compromise your wallet and you're confident, this is just up to you. You keep in your Pi wallet. If you're not that confident, then obviously you have an exchange. Go to that exchange, which is one of the KYB exchanges, and keep it there for the time being, temporarily, and see what happens, what the Pi core team does in terms of this breach that has happened. In that, a lot of pioneers are now having their Pi being wiped clean from their wallet. So that will be dealt with. So that's another one. Again, it's part of the message that I have for you. The next one, obviously, is mainnet migration. Now, a lot of people, no, let's talk about KYC first before mainnet migration. So KYC, a lot of people have had their KYCs, which were fully KYC'd, revert to tentative KYC conditions. So, which means they can validate, of course, and at times they do quite a number of liveness checks and so on. So those people are, I understand their predicament. I've had my KYC revert to tentative, but within a few minutes, I was able to do the liveness check and then I was back to being KYC. So if you want me to deduce what's actually going on here, I would say maybe there are some concerns by the AI thinking that some discrepancies may have happened along the way in terms of your KYC process. So therefore they have to look into it, technically. And so that's why your tentative KYC is manifested in different ways. Do you know what I mean? However, there may not be anything, and so you will just get fully KYC'd eventually, and there'll be nothing to worry about. So these are the conditions that set aside when it comes to KYC. Now let's move to migration. Now, if you remember on the live show, what did I tell you about second migration? I'm going to say, but before that, let's talk about the migration itself. In other words, first migration. Now, that is a very thorough process after you've been KYC'd. So you'll be in the queue. We all know that. And, whilst in the queue, there are tens of millions of other accounts or wallets which are in the queue are waiting for their Pi, which whether it's locked or unlocked, to be migrated to the wallet. Do you understand? So when it's locked, you will see it in the wallet, but it will not be available, depending on how much you've locked. So if you've locked up 10%, then if you have 100 units, 10 units will be available, 90 units will not be available, and so on and so forth. If you've not locked up at all, then all of it will be available. And that's when you have to be very careful. So if I were you right now, if you feel like your Pi is compromised, your wallet is compromised, just lock everything up. Lock it. So when the migration happens, it's still there. It's just locked up, just in time for the Pi core team to do something about it, so that breach will be rectified. Because I believe there's something they're doing to rectify that. But if you think, oh, it's going to come out and then I'll take it quickly, no, lock it up. What are you rushing? Would you want to lose everything or would you want to save everything? That's the advice I will be. Sorry, that's the question I'm asking you. Do you want to lose all your Pi or do you want to save all your Pi? So if you feel like you're not so confident about the integrity of your wallet, then lock everything up right now. So when the migration occurs, you don't have any of your wallet, your Pi in your wallet. Therefore, nothing happens. Or you can lock up a little percentage, sorry, a huge percentage, and leave a little percentage and see if your Pi has been. You can even lock it up for, depending, a month or whatever we have there, 6 months, 2 weeks, 1 year, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. But play with it so you can test to see if your wallet has been compromised. If it's not compromised, hey, happy days. We're happy, right? But if it's compromised, you wouldn't want to lose your Pi. So that's the advice I'll give you on that migration. Now, the second migration, the Pi core team is waiting for most pioneers to be migrated, or most pioneers who are eligible to be migrated. So the eligible ones, they want it to be between 90 to 99% of migrations that have happened before they can activate the second migration. Now, second migration, when is that going to happen? Before I say that, let me tell you something. So obviously, what will be migrated during the second migration? You're going to have your validation rewards. You're going to have your referral rewards. You're going to have which are part of the referral rewards, and security circle rewards are part of the unverified balance. So their contribution towards them being your referrals. And if they've been KYC'd, fine. We have to know that if not all of them have been KYC, you're not going to receive all of your unverified balance. Do you understand? I will not dispute that. Whatever happens, happens. I just want it to be migrated, and that's it. So when that'll be migrated, it's definitely not this year. So it will be Q1 of 2026. That's it. So that's all I can say about that. And that's when it's going to happen. So listen, take care of yourselves. Happy Pi today. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. Take care of yourselves. Name is Ray. Channel is Race United. What is peace? Race United.